What's going on today, everyone? This is Cross bringing you two rocket launchers that are considered to be the two strongest rocket launchers here in Destiny. The Truth versus Gjallarhorn. Now, both of these rocket launchers have different skill sets, different perks that make them the best rocket launchers in Destiny. But which one's better? We're going to take a look at how they did in PvP and how they did in PvE and see which one you should use more and why.
Yeah.
Okay guys, we're going to look at stats right now, see how they look on paper. So the things that take note of is the blast radius on Truth. Look at that blast radius of 96 over that 76 of Gjallarhorn. That's excellent. Also has pretty decent velocity, but I still like the velocity more on the Gjallarhorn as well. Stability is better on the Truth, but the thing about that is I don't really care much about stability. Then this is a rocket launcher. It's not like an auto rifle or something like that. Reload's pretty decent and the other skills are okay as well. But again, blast radius is what you're checking out on that Truth. Now, I wish the velocity was a little bit higher, but you can do different loadouts, and I'm going to show you real quick on the loadouts that I actually like to keep mine in. I just keep mine a soft launch. Again, I don't want to hurt my velocity too much. You got your tracking perk, your optional perks right here. Quick draw as well, and then Wolfpack rounds, which is what decimates everything. I'm going to go over the damage of how those Wolfpack rounds even take effect, but the stats right here are not bad at all. But the thing that I like about Truth though is you can actually load it to build up to that point. So I keep mine on veneers right there, and grenade and horseshoes. This weapon would detonate early on targets, so those are really good. And I just keep mine on that top javelin and prototype Truth Seeker. That is key, guys. Prototype Truth Seeker, it aggressively seeks out those targets. Alright guys, we're going to take a look at Truth. Man, you can't beat that. I mean, even though it's got less velocity than what Gjallarhorn is, once you load it in veneers, it's damn near the same, guys. And I like it a lot. The thing about it is how aggressively it does seek its enemies. So if you got the tracking on other rockets, you'll notice that sometimes those rockets, they'll track and then sometimes they won't. And not only that, sometimes they'll hit walls, they'll hit things that'll mess it up. The Truth doesn't seem to run into nearly those problems. Now, Gjallarhorn is still pretty good, and the thing I like about Gjallarhorn is those Wolfpack rounds still work really well here in Crucible. So a lot of people overlook Gjallarhorn, believing that it's just a PvE weapon, but I used it in PvP and did wonderful with it. Always got kills every time, and every time I knew I sent that thing flying, whether I was going to kill him with the rocket itself or just with the Wolfpack rounds, I knew I was going to get him. But that Truth, man, you can't stay away from Lady Truth. She finds your ass, and I promise you, it is one of those weapons that when you shoot, you can just go ahead and just walk away. It's just like hitting a fucking home run every damn time. It's gonna happen. So guys, those are your two weapons in PvP. Now, which one would I say is better in PvP? Well, that's gonna be for you to decide.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
I just had to put that in, man, and you can't handle the Truth in PvP. The Truth in PvP is one of those things, it's just gonna get you. I mean, I've seen so many clips of people that have actually just shot their rocket off it. It's gone off into the air just to loop back around and to find that kill again. Look, I promise you, this is a weapon that when it says aggressively seeks, that's an understatement. It always seeks, and it will find its target unless it finds something else. Alright guys, we're going to take a look right now at the PvE side of things and see which one wins there. But first we're going to look at stats and see what damage tables we got going on. So I pulled this table off of Reddit, guys. This is damage numbers for Gjallarhorn and Truth. Now you see right there the initial rocket damage is exactly the same, the secondary rocket being less on the Gjallarhorn, but this is what makes up for it with the Gjallarhorn. Now the guy that actually put this up, and shout out to him, man, for putting this up, he actually said that it was between 12 and 15 Wolfpack rounds, and that's the reason why he doesn't have all of them up there. So I mean, it could be 12 to 15. He went in and just said 15, but what he was really saying though with that was that it hits 223 initial damage and then 112 secondary damage, and with a max damage of 8,183. Now this was back when everything was 300. So, but just give you a reference, just a ratio right here to show you exactly what each one of these can do. You can see how much more Gjallarhorn actually does damage. So without a doubt, Gjallarhorn is the better weapon for PvE. Well guys, that was your Gjallarhorn versus Truth review. I hope some of y'all are satisfied by this review. Just remember, Truth is the best rocket launcher as far as exotics go in PvP, and Gjallarhorn the best in PvE. Now this was my assumption going into it, and you know, trying it out, the numbers don't lie, and seeing what Gjallarhorn can actually do in PvE, well yeah, that's it. Now I'm not saying neither one of these can't be used in PvE events. Truth is still decently well in PvE, and Gjallarhorn did pretty well for me in PvP, but it just comes down to what you have at your disposal. And if you have both of these rocket launchers at your disposal, then I would definitely use them in those two different categories that they're definitely the best at.